when it comes when it comes to the discussion of reparations for African Americans in the United States because of slavery, um, there's a lot of fuckery going on. Um, a lot of cruel, unempathetic, racist white people will often say, "Oh, I'm not responsible for what my ancestors did," or "My bloodline never owned slaves." And a lot of coons will say reparations is a handout. They're both wrong. Addressing the coons, if someone works for you for free for hundreds of years, that's not a handout. That's a debt, right? First and foremost. And when it comes to the racist white people who say, "I'm not responsible for what my ancestors did," or "My bloodline didn't own slaves," right? You're wrong as well, right? Because even the bloodlines who didn't own slaves benefited from the institution of slavery. The wealth made from slavery funded a lot of schools, a lot of communities, a lot of academic programs that eventually led to whites who didn't own slaves becoming rich or well off or becoming into the middle class, right? And addressing the racist whites who say, "I'm not responsible for what my ancestors did." Okay, I'll argue with that. Well, let's argue with that. If you're not responsible for what your ancestors did, right, that means give back your inheritance from your grandfather and your great grandfather, right? You can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're not responsible for the bad things your ancestors did, then you shouldn't be allowed to take responsibility or for the good things they did or the good things they accumulated, right? If you're not going to take responsibility for the bad things they did, you shouldn't be able to inherit the riches they made, right? You didn't make that, so it's not, so you're not owed it. You're not responsible for it, right? That's your argument, right? So you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't ignore and not take responsibility for the bad things they did, but then reap the benefits of their hard labor through inheritance, right? You can't have both.